What's going on, everybody? This is the episode where we get to see all of your pickups from the month. And every single month I go, man, there's no way we can beat that month. There's no way there can be cards in a future month that are as amazing as the previous month. And every single month I just am truly blown away at the amazing additions to your collections. This community is incredible. Now, one of the things that's happening here this next week is we know it's National Week. And I know a lot of us are going, I'm not going to the National. Yeah. But the reason, there's really two reasons, I think, why people get so excited for the National. Part of it is a lot of us get to see friends that we don't get to see very often. I am way out on the West Coast, and a lot of my fellow friends in the hobby are on the East Coast, so I have one or two opportunities a year to get to spend time with them. So I am excited for that. But another reason why it's exciting is because we get to see each other's pickups. It is fun to not just add cards to your own collection. Well, let me speak for me. It's not just fun for me to add cards to my collection. I get an absolute thrill when my friends add new awesome cards to their collections. And many of you this month added some really beautiful, iconic, obscure, awesome cards to your collection. So we are going to take a look at those in just a second. But I want to throw out a couple of quick notes. First, as always, a thank you to our friends over at The Penny Sleever. Go to thepennysleever.com for all your hobby supplies. High quality supplies at very, very fair and reasonable prices. They were a huge sponsor of Hobbypalooza last weekend and, made a big donation as a result. So these are good people that are in this for the right reasons and are giving back to the community. So go to thepennysleever.com when you decide you need your next batch of hobby supplies. Now, they are the sponsor of our giveaway at the end of each of these episodes. So at the end of this, there will be 4 winners of $25 gift cards to the Penny Sleever. We will spin the Penny Sleever wheel and see who wins those. So stay tuned to that at the end. If you are a winner at the end of the month, you will be not the end of the month, in the next couple of days probably next 2-3 days, you will be contacted by my friends at the Penny Sleever with information about your gift card. Now, I also want to throw out a little programming note. I've been talking about I'm going to do a national preview. It's going to be a short video. I'm planning on that releasing on Tuesday. It will talk about my targets, some of the cards I'm looking for, what days I'll be at the show, kind of my plans at the show, ways to meet up and hang out. So again, that should come out on Tuesday. Monday, I'll have my regular question to all of you and kind of go over your responses and some of my thoughts to your responses. Those are always super fun. I have not decided. I'm probably not going to do a Wednesday Q&A episode on next Wednesday. And the reason is because that's the first day of the National. And there's just a lot going on. And it's not easy for me to say there will be no Q&A episode next Wednesday because I have not missed a Wednesday, not a single Wednesday in well over 2 years. Every single Wednesday for well over 2 years, I've had a Q&A episode. But I think this Wednesday, all eyes are going to be on the National. But I will probably be releasing and dropping a video Wednesday night of day 1 of the National. So there will be a video Wednesday. It'll be late. And after I go back to my room and edit things after dinner, it will probably be very, very late. But I am planning on doing that Wednesday night. So there will be a Wednesday video. It just won't be Wednesday morning, with the normal Q&A. I will have more videos from the National throughout the weekend, so keep your eyes peeled for that. But this month, amazing pickups. So let's take a look at some of your awesome purchases. MidLife Nation coming strong yet again. Let's start those right here. Starting things off with my dad, as always, the 58 Topps Bobby Richardson autographed with some inscriptions from yours truly for Father's Day. So that's a great way to start things off. And then David snagged an absolutely stunning 59 Topps Bob Gibson in a 7. My goodness, the centering on that is incredible. My buddy Carl from Australia, he sent in a 4-pack of awesome pickups. Look at those gorgeous additions there. Ethan with a 1910 T113 Types of Nations, the Philippine Islands, for $21 on that edition. Some of these non-sport cards are awesome, and they are catching fire. Chad with a 76 Topps Walter Payton rookie card for $125 in the SGC 1.5. And Corey with the 55 Topps Roberto Clemente PSA 5 well centered, which is another tough centering card. $4,600 on that gem. J.E. got a 2022 Stadium Club Chrome Refractor, David Ortiz, giving his speech after the Boston Marathon bombing. Brian with a 68 Nolan Ryan and an SGC 2.5. $595 on that gorgeous addition to his collection. And Greg with a 1915 Crackerjack Wildfire Schulte and a 58 Topps Mickey Mantle All-Star. Couple of sweet cards there. Next, we've got William with a gorgeous, and I mean gorgeous, BVG 5.5 of Bobby Jones. That is a Bobby Jones rookie card. How about Brian with a 53 Topps Monty Irvin and an SGC 1.5, just $30. Monty Irvin has some of the best looking cards of all time. Jason with the first ever Pokemon submission. This is a 1999 Pokemon Basic Mewtwo gift from his daughter. Very cool. Wesley with a 1954 Topps Hank Aaron and a PSA 4. My goodness. And a cash and trade deal there. How about my guy Brent with a 61 Topps Roger Maris? That is an important card from an important year and an awesome picture in an SGC 5. Michael G with a 62 Topps Manager's Dream. Look at those two. A Manager's Dream indeed with Mantle and Mays. $197.49. Joseph with a 1914 Crackerjack Christy Mathewson and a PSA 1. That is a massive card. Bradley picking up the 56 Topps Willie Mays for $50. I love how well-loved that copy is. That is such a sweet card of him. My guy Ray from Philly picking up a 48 Bowman Ray Shandienst. It is a Hall of Famer, PSA 2. Look at the centering, $180 for Ray there. We got Eric with a 65 Topps. He put it as a Fritz Ackley. And oh yeah, Steve Carlton's on there too in the SGC 3. Jeffrey got a 94 Collector's Choice Michael Jordan PSA 10 for $180. It's Jordan in his baseball uniform pulling the jump shot. Steve, a.k.a. Doc, with the 69 Topps. Brian Piccolo, SGC 3, which is priceless. If you've ever seen Brian's song, you certainly understand why. Steven snagged 3 awesome cards, and one from each sport of the major sports. You got the Julius Erving, you've got the Don Drysdale, and you've got a Jim Brown. How about Steven with a rookie card of none other than Thurman Munson, future Hall of Famer, I think, for $12. John getting a huge card, the 1909 T206 with a polar bear back of Ty Cobb. An SGC 1 with gorgeous eye appeal, $2,850 is a fantastic deal. And speaking of Brian Piccolo, Mike pulled his Grail auto. A Brian Piccolo autograph, PSA certified for $9.77. Tim K with the 64 Topps Mickey Mantle in a PSA 4, $320. Another card with beautiful eye appeal there. Joel had a 33 Gouty Indian Gum Mandan Tribe in an SGC 2, $28. I'm telling you guys, a lot of this non-sport stuff is starting to heat up. Juho just released his first video and becoming a part of the content creator family. Look at those 3 awesome purchases for him. Larry with a 1909 E95 Philadelphia Caramel. Ed Cicotti, PSA 2, $705. That's a beauty. Jose with the 75 Topps Rocky Blair, a PSA 10. Bet there aren't many of those on the Pop Report. $1,456. Ryan with an Exhibit YA Tittle in an SGC 6 for $150. Somewhere along the lines, YA Tittle is not getting the love he deserves. Now look at this. Matt with a Ramley Ed Cicotti in a PSA 5 for just under $3,000. A PSA 5 Ramley? My goodness. Turbo Jr. with an 85-star slam dunk champion, Dominique Wilkins. That guy was the human highlight reel. Douglas with a 1984 All-Star Game insert. These went in the programs of the All-Star Game. Don Mattingly, PSA 9 for $275. How about Patrick with the 77 Topps Oriole card with Reggie Jackson as an Oriole? And he got it autographed, TTM style. Jeff picking up a beautiful T206. I'm telling you, any T206 card is a beauty. And that was just $48 on that beautiful edition. Glenn with a 54 Rawlings Stan Musial. These came on boxes that the gloves went in. Super rare. PSA 4 is a super high grade of that. How about Tony over at Tony Talks Cards? Check out his channel. He got a 55 Topps Ernie Banks SGC 4.5 for $201. David C. picked up a Babe Ruth, the 48 Leaf in a PSA 2 for $5,300. Look at the centering and eye appeal on that beauty. David M. with a 1964 Topps Giants of Warren Spahn in an SGC 6. These things are still very affordable. He got it for $20. Jason with a 1954 Bowman Mickey Mantle, one of his better images on a card, if you ask me. It's a PSA 3.5 for $1,100. And my buddy Brian, the High Pop Professor, did a whole video on this. Check it out. He got a killer deal on a Kirby Puckett 93 Diamond King autograph. Garrett snagged himself a Rookie Hall of Famer, the 1960 Topps Willie McCovey, in an SGC 3 for $68. And Fabian, one of my favorite cards of all time, is the 33 Gouty Mel Ott. He got an SGC 4. Look at that stunner. Stunning. Scott, he got a Canadiens postcard of, let me butcher the name, Jacques Lemaire, PSA 7, $17. Awesome. And then we got Mike, got a 54 Red Heart. Love that set. Red Shandies, and it's a $40 purchase. Look at the centering and eye appeal on that one. Josh grabbed himself a E90-1 American Caramel Fred Clark Hall of Famer in an SGC 2. That's a sweet looking card. And then we got Melissa chiming in with a 51 Bowman. I love those 50 and 51 Bowman football cards. If you don't have any, check them out. That one is stunning. They are beauties. Paris with a T206 Polar Bear Christy Mathewson and a PSA 1.5 for a really good deal of $929. David T. grabbed himself a 1970s Kellogg's. These cards are sweet. And this Roberto Clemente in a PSA 6 is only $90. That seems like a good price to me. Andrew got himself an SGC 8 of the 1968 Topps Pete Rose. When will he get into the Hall of Fame? Well, I think it's going to be sooner than some people realized. Logan with a 59 Topps Baseball Thrills of Hank Aaron and an SGC 4.5 for only $35. How about Travis grabbing the Chief Bender T206 portrait? Love this card of his. I have one myself. He paid just $283.43. Richard with Mike Petty's favorite card, the 71 Topps Richie Dick Allen, and a PSA 4, just $70, and that one is well centered, which we know from Petty telling us is impossible. How about Steve with a 62 Topps Carl Yastrzemski, $76.30. And Joe said I needed one more 500 home run guy, and it was Mark McGwire, and he picked up the Olympic card in a 9 for $90. Brett got a 54 Topps Scoops. These are cool cards. If you're not aware of them, check them out. He got a Bob Feller for just $38. Andrew K., he bought a handful of Johnny Bench cards. He said all 5 were just $100 for the whole lot. Seems like a good deal. Nerding Out with Cards, my guy recently started his channel a couple months back, and he got himself a 2004 Topps Gold Yadier Molina via a trade. King Brady 12 with the 2005 Topps Finest Black Tom Brady, PSA 9, paid just $900 on that one. Jay got himself a 63 Topps Boog Powell in a PSA 6 for $60. Love the Rookie Trophy Cup on the card. Those are always cool. My guy TJ is online, another channel to check out. Grabbed a 67 Venezuelan Roberto Clemente, and he said he paid one lung and one trip to the fertility clinic donation. How about Ivan with the 77 Japanese, 2 of the greatest home run hitters, Sadahara O and Hank Aaron, a very cool card for $300 there. Jim. Now, Jim got this. I was not familiar with this card. 1928 George Herman Ruth Candy Company Babe Ruth card, which he says he inherited. James A., 63 Cons Wieners. Some of these Cons Wieners football cards are very cool. The Sam Huff in a PSA 4. Tavis, he got a 2003 SI for Kids Shaun White. Now, when you talk about goats, Shaun White is the goat of snowboarding. Benjamin got a 54 Topps Ernie Banks. You know I love this one. In an SGC 3, beautiful card. $700 plus a grading fee. And Craig with the second gorgeous, absolutely stunning 33 Gaudy Mel Ott, this time in SGC 5 for $1,700 in a cash and trade deal. How about David? My guy David, I'm going to see here in just a few days at the National. He got a 33 Worldwide Gumlu Gehrig in a 2.5 for $5,600. Adam said he upgraded his 38 Gaudy Heads Up Joe DiMaggio to this one. So I guess he had one, but that one is sweet too. How about Chris with a 48 Leaf Sammy Baugh? This is sort of the premier Sammy Baugh card, although he has a 48 Bowman and Leaf. This PSA 3 was $475. And Rocco, my buddy Rocco, who I met at the National last year, he got a Red Heart Stan Musial in a PSA 8. That's a monster card. Vintage Dave T got a 62 Topps Ernie Banks for just $36. One of my favorite guys of all time, Ernie Banks. How about Mark, the Wizards of cards? Sorry about that. 33 Sports Kings of Babe Dietrichson and Duke Kahanamoku. Love those 2 cards a lot. Dave B. Have you seen a better 53 Topps Mickey Mantle? SGC gave it a 7, but come on. Tyler with the 2005 Upper Deck Alex Ovechkin. That is a sweet rookie card of, well, let's just all agree that guy can score goals. Robbie with a 57 Topps Ted Williams in a PSA 7. This was $1,430. His second to last Topps card. Nathan had a 35 National Chickle Newt Rockney. That's a big card. At SGC 2.5, paid $850. I'm telling you guys, vintage football, pre-war football is a-coming. And then we've got Tony Southern Collector. What can I say? The Tolateros, Josh Gibson. My head just exploded. Dietrich with the 64 Topps Yogi Berra, autographed in a beautiful autograph down there just below his chin. Mitch F. got a 2022 Topps Heritage Red of Caleb Thebar, and this was $6.87. You don't have to buy a $10,000 card to get a card that you're excited about. That's a perfect example. My buddy Rob over at Cash Cards with the 34 Gowdy, Ernie Lombardi, and a PSA 4 for $220. How about a Warren Spahn rookie for Allen of NYC? The 48 Bowman in a gorgeous SGC 3. AJ grabbed himself a 54 Topps Ted Williams #1. Remember, Ted Williams is the bookends of that set. And this 3.5 of #1 was $345. How about Mike Petty coming in large with a 49 Bowman Satchel Paige? One of my favorite cards. I'd love to pick one of these up at the National. He got a PSA 1.5. We got Mike PU for a 52 Bowman Duke Snider and a PSA 2 for $68. Why doesn't Duke Snider get any love? I don't understand it. Tim S. with the 1960 Topps Mickey Mantle in a PSA 2 MK for just $260. Great eye appeal there. Don got himself a 56 Topps Gil Hodges in a PSA 4 for $84.55. And we've got Bradley grabbed a trio of 56 Topps cards. He got a Mays, Aaron, and Williams for a grand total of $250 there. Next up, we have Brian with the 67 Topps Willie Mays in a PSA 7 sharp card. Look at the gorgeous card there, $371. Randall got a Type 1 International News photo of Grover Cleveland Alexander from 1929 after his 373rd victory. Jeremy P. with a 1960 Carl Yastrzemski autograph. That's beautiful. $230.50 on that. Jeremy O. NorCal Jeremy. He got a 63 Jewish champion. Sandy Koufax in an SGC 9. Wow. For $190. Zach got a Polo Grounds game of Eddie Plank from 1914. You can see this is a cool set with is one of the more affordable, if you want to call it that, options for some of the all-time great guys. Joe R. with the 1931 W754 Metropolitan Studios of Branch Rickey. Dan, my guy Dan of Dan's Vintage Baseball PC with a stunning 49 Bowman Larry Doby in an SGC 3. How about Nick with a 1938 W711-1 Reds team issue of Ernie Lombardi, just $86 on this PSA 1.5 card. Then we've got Giovanni with a 1906 V.O. Hammond of the Chicago White Sox in an SGC 1.5. That's an awesome piece there. My guy Say Hey 24 with a T206 Piedmont of Jigs Donahue in a PSA 1.5. Paid just under $80 for that. Now, how about PKH? He got himself an 81 Topps Joe Montana rookie autographed with inscriptions in a Beckett 10. That thing is gorgeous. Speaking of gorgeous, how about Scotty with the 61 Fleer Wilt Chamberlain rookie card in a PSA 3? Look at how well centered that is. Those don't come centered. Great pickup there. Jeremy F. with an 86 Topps Jerry Rice in an SGC 8. The GOAT, $135 on that purchase. How about Derek? Here's that other Sammy Baugh rookie card, the 48 Bowman. Hard to find this card centered too. This is a gorgeous copy in an SGC 4.5. Scott with a 47 Bond Bread with the clip corners of Bob Feller. An SGC 5 was just $370. Those cards don't get the love. I think those cards are on the rise. David D. with a 49 Bowman Duke Snider rookie card in an SGC 3. Look at the centering and eye appeal and color on that thing. Williams snagged a couple of 75 Topps cards. He got a Brooks Robinson and a PSA 6 and a Nolan Ryan and a PSA 3. Paid just $65. How about Coulter with the 73 Johnny Pro? He got the hitting and fielding copies of Brooks Robinson for $20. My guy Rob over at Baseball Time Traveler, great guy, great channel, a 1939 play ball, Hank Greenberg, and an SGC 5. Next, Jeff with the beautiful 75 Topps George Brett. He said Brett was his all-time favorite player. Got his rookie card for $100. Another awesome-looking 59 Topps Bob Gibson. Robert snagged this SGC 4.5. That really is one of the iconic cards of the late 50s. James with the best-looking Pete Rose card, in my opinion, the 64 Topps. This PSA 4 set him back $290, which seems like a really good deal. Matt with a 54 Topps Hank Aaron and a PSA 2, $2,700. I'd love to come home with a Hank Aaron rookie card. We got Sean with a 26 Gallagher CB Fry, a cricket card, and a 2024 Topps 1 of 1 of Tammy Bowman, $140 total. We got Mike with a beautiful Larry Doby rookie 49 Bowman. That is such a great card. Second one we've seen this month. That one was $1,400. Cubs collector Kevin got a 55 Bowman Ernie Banks. Ungraded, really nice looking sharp card for $725. We got Henry with the 2000 Playoff Prestige Green out of 25. Jerry Rice, PSA 8 for $100. How about Roger? This seems like a killer deal. A 59 Topps Larry Doby autographed PSA slabbed authentic for $100. That is so cheap. Mark with the 49 Kodak photo postcard of Satchel Paige autographed. Man, that is special. Speaking of autographed and special, Kevin with the 68 Topps Nolan Ryan, Jerry Kuzman, PSA Auto 10, $1,300. That is awesome. Jeremy got a few things, but he said his favorite was the 58 Topps Hank Aaron All-Star because he loves Hank Aaron. The SGC 6 there. Francisco got a binder of really sharp 76 Topps cards. Paid $600 for the binder. Got a couple of big cards right there on that page. Joey with a Bowman Orange out of 25 of Jose Ramirez, just $6.67. Kevin with one of my favorite 52 Topps cards, the Bob Feller. Really, really tough card, especially centering wise. That's a really nice looking one. We got Trevor with the 72 Icy Bear of Oscar Robertson and Pete Maravich in PSA 7s. I love that set. And then we got Mookie, my good pal Mookie, with a 53 Bowman, Larry Doby, with the stats filled in on the back of Larry Doby. That is a special one as he is building the set of 53 Bowman stat backs, and he says it's priceless. Let's take a look at the penny sleever wheel to see who our winners are going to be. So, as it goes round and round, these are for $25 gift cards to the penny sleever. And this is David. Now, we have several Davids. This is David M.O.O., trying to be discreet with names. Up in Seattle is our first winner. Next spin, round and round we go. And again, thank you to the penny sleever. Check them out for hobby supplies. We've got Greg, G-R-E-G, Greg. Last name starts with an A and then a D. You will be receiving confirmation from Isaac at the penny sleever here shortly. We got two more. Next one we have is my buddy Ray from Philly. Congrats, Ray from Philly. That is a $25 gift card to the penny sleever. And couldn't have happened to a better guy there. Love my boy Ray from Philly. And our fourth and final winner of a $25 gift card to the Penny Sleever is Craig. Craig L. Craig L., you will be getting an email here soon as well. Man, how about that month? Some massive cards. I don't even know what else to say other than, wow.